Look at the beautiful, beautiful morning. Hear the birds. Just beautiful sounds. Sorry to put my ugly mug on here, but hey, David Abraham, April 19th, 2023. Hope you're well. Got an impression to a video, and for the first time, I did a video. Oh, excuse me, let me adjust my hand here. I, I did a video, and I had some ketchup on my face right there. It was great information. And I've still got the video, and I may post it anyway. Just put on there, ignore the ketchup on my face or so. Anyway, but I got the impression to do the video, and I'm gonna cover the circle of you, which is, let me just let you look at this here. All right, so this right here, I built this. All right, I built this. It's pretty cool. I mean, I did it all by inspiration. Didn't know it was going to end up looking like this, but as I began to scope out the job and visualize it, I could see that it was going to be 10 feet wide in the circle part, and also that there would be bricks laid in a certain pattern. All right, at first I didn't build it right because I was just building a fire pit, but it's not a fire pit. It's now, I had to rebuild the whole thing to where it looks now, and I had to rebuild it correctly because I couldn't use it as a fire pit because I wasn't allowed as far as my well, I was allowed if I wanted to do anything I want, but what I'm saying is this spot is a designated spot. I don't know what it is about this spot, but it's different than any spot in the yard. But I created this circle of you, and I put bricks in here, and I did a count on the bricks. Let me just cover that. If you know anything about energy, numbers, numerology, things like that, well, that's how everything is created. That's how God works. He works on numbers, the division of four into it, and things like that. But Nikola Tesla discovered the secrets of energy and how that all works. And believe it or not, this fire pit, excuse me, this circle of you, the power of you, including the seating area, the total is 396 bricks. That includes the support of it and all that is involved with keeping it, that makes it the circle. Okay, so I counted every brick. And the first part, the circle of you, the actual part, this part here, it's 306 bricks. All right, so then I come over to the seating area, right over here. Count all the bricks in the structure that's connected to the circle. Sorry about my ugly shoes, but that's what I wear in the yard, my ugly shoes. But anyway, there's only 90 bricks, and exactly 90 bricks in the support structure of the seating area that I attached to it. And that was all done by inspiration too. And I didn't know, because I was just going to put some seats down there. In fact, I did, but then I kept getting the impression you need to go do it correctly. And so I dug it out, put the foundation in, built it, took all of, that was a 2-day job there. This circle of you is, it was a 3 or 4 day job. Actually, I did it in 2, but I stretched it out to 3 or 4. But anyway, the whole scope of the matter, I created a place to focus your intentions to learn more about you, the universe, whatever it is. But this is the circle of you. My wife used it, and I was not home at the time, but she was having some challenges, and she testified to me. She says, I came out there and I sat there, and she goes, there's something about that circle. She goes, I connected, and she learned some things. She awakened. And so I can hardly get through this without the peace and joy in my heart overflowing. But I recommend that you quit worrying, watching the news, put some time in to advancing your knowledge and understanding, because we're in an incredible time now. We're in an incredible time, a time of peace, a time of, don't watch the news because it doesn't say that on the news, but we are. There's more love and peace on the earth now than there's ever been. And that's a beautiful thing to know. Know who you are. Or do you know? Or do you just hear it and say, yeah, that's nice, it doesn't really mean anything to me. I can't change a thing in my life. Well, that's exactly right. Everything you say goes. In this circle of you, and I recommend you building one. It's for intentions and for connecting with source energy. And I'd come out here. it's just incredible. I can't find the words because what it does. It identifies the energy that I put together when I'm sitting in the circle of you is it's magnified and amplified because of I got quartz rock galore, and quartz rock is silica, and it's part of the eternities of the energy magnifier. It's quartz rock. It vibrates at a certain frequency. That's why they use it in clocks and things like that, because it's consistent and it never stops vibrating. Whatever you put into it is what it magnifies. So in my house, I have the same thing. And by every here, I'll show you something else. This right here is a tree, and it's 3 years old. 3 years old. All right, this is its third year. It popped up 3 years ago, and I let it grow. And I said, that's a pecan tree, and I like pecan trees, but that stone next to it, it didn't do too good the first year. I'm like, what's going on with this stone? I mean, with this tree. And the impression came, well, look at your other plants that are doing so well. What do you have there? And I had quartz rock at every one of them. I said, oh yeah, I forgot the quartz rock. So I started putting quartz down, and you don't sound kind of crazy, but this is the way you do it. You speak your intentions into the rock. Just talk to the rock. I want this rock to be used to protect the plant from viruses, bacteria, and to accelerate its growth to where it gets strong and healthy quickly. And it took right off after that. The next year, it just took right off. It just grew so fast. I mean, 3 years, okay? Normally a tree after three years is not, it's 5, 6, 7 feet tall, whatever it is. And I've had catawba worms, I think, every year. Anyway, getting back to the circle of you, and I'm not in it right now. I feel a different energy being away from it. And that's okay. But focus on your intentions and speak what you want. You know what you really want, and you know what you don't want. Well, don't speak what you don't want, except to identify it. Oh yeah, I don't want that because that didn't work out well. Don't ever speak about it or think about it again. Just go where what you do want, and pretty soon that energy, that experience will drop off of your memory because you don't desire it. You cast it away. All right. So focus on that, and within here, right there, you let the goodness of Christ live there. If you have not a testimony of Christ, that's okay. It's not required. Christ has set the example, and here's how I do it. And he was able to heal and to raise the dead and walked on water and all that. Everything that you can do, that he did, you can do. Okay, he even said so. So you're a very powerful being. You're all magnificent. You're wonderful and loved dearly. Judge nobody and love people. That's the power. Have a good day.